everyone, it's your girl Shay here, and I'm back with another video for you guys. And if you've seen on my Twitter, you kind of know what this video is going to be about, and plus obviously the title. But I actually had one of you guys actually suggest to me that I do like a monthly favorites kind of a thing, and this is going to be a monthly favorites basically based off of mostly like entertainment stuff, because as many of you guys know, while I do anime related content and I'm into anime, I'm into a lot of other things as well, such as like movies, books, podcasts, apps on my phone, all of the above. So I decided, why not do a monthly favorites at the end of each month of things that I've been into. And to be honest about this month's favorites, it's going to be a combination of stuff that I just discovered during the month of February and stuff that I've already discovered on my phone, but I want to, talk to you guys a little bit more about. And it's going to be broken up into things like books, movies, TV, apps on my phone, also of course like music that I'm into, podcasts, and I have it all written right here, so if I look down, this is what I'm looking at so that I don't miss anything. But let's get started. So first thing we have is books. So I usually try to, or have tried to for the past few months of 2019, to make sure that I read a few books that are both like educational, like self-helpy kind of a books, and also like books of fiction. So for this month, the books that were my favorite was, one of them was Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. She's also the author of the book Eat, Pray, Love, which was her memoir, and there's also a movie based on the same book starring Julia Roberts, so definitely check it out. But Big Magic is pretty much all about opening up for like your creativity and your creative process and things like that, and it was very, very inspiring, so I definitely recommend checking it out. I listened to the audiobook, and I believe she does read her own book, and it was a wonderful thing for me to listen to while on my way to and from work. Also, the other book I read, which is more so on the side of fiction, was actually the fifth Percy Jackson book. So it was Percy Jackson and the Last Olympian by Rick Riordan. I also listened to this also in an audiobook form, and it was actually pretty cool to listen to. I had been reading listening to the Percy Jackson series starting in January, and this was when I finally got to the last book, and the series overall was pretty cool. The fifth book was probably more so my favorite because there was a lot more action going on, but definitely recommend checking out that series if you haven't already. So next, we're looking into music. And of course, I have to start off with Ariana Grande. And the reason why I'm starting off with that is because she has been a powerhouse so far 2019 and like late 2018. So she of course came out with her brand new album. And of course, I've been playing that album actually since it came out. My favorite songs include, of course, Thank You Next. I like Seven Rings, and I also like Break Up With Your Girlfriend because I'm bored. But that is one of the things of music that I'm kind of into right now. I'm also into, her name is Tony Gorganza, and the song that I'm really into by her is called We Belong. I actually found this song because of my boyfriend. He actually showed me a like AMV kind of video that he had made before based off of Boy Meets World, and that song was the song that he used, and I like fell in love with it. Next we have, it's actually by Citizen Queen, and the name of the song is Evolution of Girl Groups. It's on YouTube. There's like a video of it, and basically they do a mashup of different girl groups songs for a few different decades. I think it started off like with the 1970s going up to now, and it's just an amazing song to listen to. Definitely one of my favorites. Next, I have Ed Sheeran's Galway Girl. I actually, strangely enough, heard this song on Instagram, I believe, and it was because someone was doing a dance to it, and I was like, I really like this song. Who is this? And I found out it was Ed Sheeran, and I immediately added it onto my Apple iTunes. Next, I have No Brainer by DJ Khaled featuring Justin Bieber, Chance the Rapper, and Quavo. I love this song purely because of the fact I saw choreography from it, and I play this song all the time. So if you haven't heard it, definitely look it up. It'll have you dancing all the time. Next, I have games. So I love playing games on my phone. As many of you guys know, I play them all the time. But there's like 4 games that I've been kind of obsessed with. The first one, of course, is Pokemon Go. I've actually been playing this game since it came out back in 2016. But of course, with all the new like legendaries coming out, I've been playing it on like a lot, much like bigger and more time kind of a basis. That probably made no sense, but you know what I mean. And I definitely recommend playing Pokemon Go. It's a lot of fun. They've added a lot of new features, and I think you guys would have a good time. Next, I have My Story. So My Story is basically where you choose a storyline and you basically make decisions with your character, and depending on your decision is kind of like how the story goes. It's a fun game to play, but you do at times have to spend some of your own money, and a lot of times it's kind of short because you only get like 2 tickets to read chapters, so you can't really like go on for a long period of time unless you buy more tickets. I do think that there's like an hour span that you gain more tickets, but it's still a really fun game to play. I definitely recommend it. It's pretty cool to just go through and make decisions and see how those decisions either help or like hinder your character story. The next game I have is called Tap Tap Music, and this is like the pop music version, and it's basically like Rock Band or like Guitar Hero for your phone. So pretty much they have different songs, and you're just tapping along to the music, and you're basically deciding like, or not deciding, but basically it's just showing like what your score is. It's pretty cool because they actually show like a small music video of the song that you're actually playing. And a lot of times they're actually like YouTube videos, but it's pretty cool. They have like 22 actual levels, and you gain like music points or music coins. Then you can use those coins to purchase other songs that you actually want to try like playing against. It's really cool. Definitely recommend checking it out. Next, I have BitLife. Now, this is a game that's been all on YouTube with people doing like challenges, and basically BitLife actually has you like playing as a character, and you're pressing the plus button to get to like the next age, and then you have to like make decisions. You can get a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you can have kids, and basically you're just going through this entire person's life, and it's a whole lot of fun. And there's like some mishaps that may happen, like they'll say, oh, you're suffering from hemorrhoids, and you have to go to the doctor. It's a lot of fun. It's like Sims kind of, but like a lot easier and kind of like a lot shorter. So next we have podcasts. So I actually use podcasts when I'm driving to and from work because they're very interesting to listen to, and I also use them while I'm at work. While I'm focusing on work, I have something like playing in my ears. But there's actually like 3 different podcasts that I've really been enjoying. The first one I have is called Beards and Brews, and yes, you heard right, it's Beards and Brews. It's actually a podcast that's actually from 2 friends of mine who actually were also my coworkers before, and their podcast is basically them like popping open a couple of beers, talking and having like really like not really intricate conversations, but just a really fun time talking about different topics as they come up. They talked about like vacations, they talked about cars, they talked about like our friends' different hobbies, and it's really interesting to listen to. They're actually on iTunes also, or podcasts for iTunes, so definitely like check them out. I'll probably leave their link somewhere down below, so definitely check them out. They're also on Spotify, but they're really cool to listen to. A lot of times they're in different places, so they actually have done like a car podcast where they're in our friend's car. Sometimes they're parked, they're usually not driving, and they're very, very safe about it, or they've been at a restaurant. Really interesting concept that they have going, so definitely check them out. Next one I have is called The Lavender Lifestyle, and she actually is like a motivational, like a lot of self-love, like not meditation, but like self-love and stuff like that. Really like motivational and inspiring for those that are listening to her. I actually found her first on YouTube, also under the same name of Lavender, so definitely check her out. But her podcast is like something that's motivated me, and it's been like, you know, I can do this, you know, I got this, especially when I'm feeling down, sad, or upset. So definitely listen to her if you need that like motivational like pep talk, you know, in the mornings. The last one I have is also called The Blissful Soul. Once again, I actually found her on YouTube. Her name is Jasmine Lipska. I found her on YouTube first, and I found out she had a podcast, and then her podcasts are very similar to like The Lavender Lifestyle, very much about self-love, like confidence, motivation, inspiring. I love those types of podcasts a lot of times because they get me motivated. They get me on like the right track in the morning, especially like I mentioned, if I'm feeling down, sad, upset, anxious. It just helps me to put me in a better mindset and not down that like downward spiral of like negative self-talk. So I definitely recommend checking out all of those podcasts. I will leave links down below to them so that you can check them out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy them. Now we're on to apps. Now, one of the apps, two apps I actually want to talk about. One of them is called Drops. Now, Drops is actually a language learning app, and for you guys who do or don't know, my boyfriend is actually Filipino, so his parents actually speak Tagalog, and I obviously do not speak Tagalog, but they also speak English, so we are able to communicate. But I've always wanted to learn Tagalog since I am with someone who understands Tagalog, and I use this app because I would have used a different app called Duolingo, but this app, Duolingo, didn't have Tagalog on there, and so I happened to find Drops through the App Store, and they have Tagalog, and it's very interesting. It's basically like teaching me new words. I like have to choose and make sure the right word is correct. It has me like spelling out the word, and it is overall just a very encouraging like app, and it's very interactive. I will say it is a paid app. I think I pay about $10 a month. There is a free version of it, but I think it gives you like 5 or 10 minutes to actually learn each day. With the unlimited version, the one that I'm actually paying for, you can go a lot longer than 5 or 10 minutes. So if you want to continue on with the course, you're free to do so. The next app I have is called #selfcare. So I actually found this app on Instagram and I ended up downloading it. Basically, it's basically for you if you are like in an anxious kind of a mood. So they have like little games that you can play. They have where you can actually like trace out like a circle. They have where you can spell stuff. It's really interesting app. It has actually definitely calmed me down in a lot of different instances, and it's just an overall really fun app. It can be paid for if you want certain like things within the app, but I use the free version and it's completely fine. Next, I have TV and movies, and I'm glad I got to this point. So with TV and movies, I basically have one movie and one TV show. So when it comes to movies, I have How to Train Your Dragon 3. I actually just saw that in theaters, and it was so adorable. It actually made me cry. So if you're following the How to Train Your Dragon series, it is pretty much with Hiccup and his dragon Toothless. And in the third movie, you actually see that there's another dragon just like Toothless, but she is a light fury, while Toothless is a night fury, and you see like Toothless kind of fall in love, and it's really adorable, very cute. And they have like, of course, a villain that wants to kill all the night furies and realizes that Toothless is the last one, so they're trying to save him. It's just so cute, so adorable. Definitely check it out. It's in theaters now. And the other like TV show I'm currently watching, you guys already know, is The Promised Neverland. It's an anime. It's on Crunchyroll. It's about kids that are on a farm and they're like family, but they're not actually family, and they're waiting to be adopted, and 3 of the kids actually find out a horrible secret regarding what actually happens to them when they leave their like orphanage. So check it out on Crunchyroll and also on Funimation. It is subtitled, so you will be reading English subtitles. So, of course, I have to talk about YouTube. So, YouTube, this is your section. But anyway, this is where I don't really have, like, YouTubers I actually, like, talk about. It's more so, like, what's trending on YouTube right now and what I'm enjoying watching on YouTube. And one of the things I have to talk about is I love watching lifestyle videos. So this is everything from, like, night routines and also, like, 5 a.m. morning routines. The reason why I enjoy watching these kinds of things is because I love seeing people's night routines and, like, what they do. I don't know. I have this obsession or, like, interest in like other people's lives. So seeing what they do at night sometimes gives me ideas of like how I can wind down for the night. And then of course I watch people's morning routines to see what they implement in the morning. So for example, a lot of people were implementing like meditation, and I realized I want to start meditating in the mornings. So now that I actually do that. Next, I actually have worst rated places. As you can see, this is like a huge trend going on YouTube. It first started out with like people going to the worst rated like restaurant in their city, but now it's evolved into people going to like the worst rated nail salon, hair salon. I've seen plastic surgeon, I've seen makeup artists, and it has just evolved into this entire crazy trend. I enjoy watching them because I don't know why. It is so interesting. Mostly it's the food ones I find really interesting, but I recommend checking some of these out because some of them are just hilarious. So definitely check those out. Also, I've been really involved in like true crime ones on YouTube. So like people who are talking about true crime cases and like what's been going on and stuff of that matter. I've always watched true crime like TV shows, and I don't know why, but watching these cases, seeing how people have figured out like what actually ended up happening, or if the case is ongoing, it's always something that's kind of piqued my interest. I think one of the YouTubers that I've been watching that really talks about true crime her name is Kendall Ray. Definitely check her out. She has tons of videos of everything from true crime to missing persons to found. Just watch her channel. It's amazing. And I also watch a lot of videos about journaling. So I love journaling. I do it all the time. It's my favorite thing to do. Is how I get my thoughts processed. And like watching how other people like make their journals or create their like journal layout, it's like relaxing for me, and it's kind of like interesting, especially because while I know I can never do calligraphy like they can, I like watching it because I'm like, it's just really cool, and it's really like nice to see them just draw. Yeah, but definitely check those out too. And last but not least, I've actually been watching a lot of videos about social media marketing. The reason why is because I know with things like YouTube and Instagram and Twitter, everyone who is like in social media or makes YouTube videos has become like a social media influencer. So I've always looked at like, how do you grow your channel, or like what's with this algorithm, and why do certain things like make it on the explore page or trending page compared to other things. I've been interested in that mostly because I want to grow my own social medias, which I'll have linked down below, so give me a follow and of course subscribe to this channel. But also because I just love watching or seeing how the public reacts to certain things and why certain things make it and certain things don't. I don't know, I've just always been interested in it. But that is my February 2019 favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys have found something that you guys may want to check out or look further into. I hope you guys do. I will leave links down below to things such as the podcast. I will leave those links, so definitely check them out already. If you go to Beards and Brews, please tell them that Shay sent you. Definitely give them a couple of comments, review their podcast. They're amazing guys and they're hilarious. So definitely check them out too. And yeah, I hope you guys just overall just enjoyed this. I hope you guys have a great day, week, whenever you guys are watching this. And of course, like always, I leave links down below to all my social media accounts, my Instagram, my Twitter, my blog as well. So check those out too. And of course, I hope you guys subscribe to this channel, give it a like, give me a comment. Also, comment anything that you guys would like me to check out that could potentially be a part of my March favorites. So yeah, I definitely want to know more. What apps do you guys enjoy, or what podcasts or YouTube channels? Let me know. Just comment those down below. Send me a message on Twitter. You know the drill. But that is my video. I come out with videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So definitely continue to check them out. And like I always tell you guys, stay positive and be nerdy. All right, you guys.